Hey Bible friends, Austin here again, and today's Bible review is coming from a request that I got from a viewer that asked if I would review the KJV in the red goatskin that I have. So that's what I have today by Thomas Nelson Premier Collection. This is the personal size. Um, so today we'll review this and then we'll do some trivia, but I won't do a flip through with music because this is pretty simple and there's not a lot to show. So let's get into it. I don't know if I've asked before, do you all like a two-piece box better or do you like the clamshell better? I'm a clamshell kind of person, but this is a two-piece box. There's a little Premier Collection info card. And the Premier Collection Bibles come in a thick kind of black gift wrap paper with the foil stamp. And I don't like to break those foil stamps, so I just pull the side here out, and then the Bible will just slide right out of there. This is a very supple and soft red goatskin that's wrapping the text block. This red is I call it a fire brick red. I don't know if the box calls it fire brick red. Yeah, the box calls it brick red. So yeah, it's a dark red. It's not a light red. Red perimeter stitching. Now that red perimeter stitching is slightly off red from this, so it shows up. Hopefully the camera will be able to pick that up. 5 raised hubs, Holy Bible and the King James Version, Thomas Nelson. That is just stamped on in gold, not stamped in. So I'm sure that'll rub off over time. Then back is plain, no ISBN number. The ISBN number is actually on the inside cover. Red under gold. 3/8 inch ribbons, black, red, and gold. These are both double-sided satin. Red tailband and a red headband. Leather liner, and then herringbone gilt line all the way around. And then it's reinforced. Now, with that reinforcement means that it's not going to lay flat, with just a few pages. You're going to have to get a little ways into it before it'll start laying flat. Let me show you this. There is just a little bit of a yap. I'll go here and show you the presentation page. Holy Bible again. Table of contents. And then the letter from the translators to King James. And Thomas Nelson, King James don't include the letter from the translator to the readers. So I think there's only a few that do that, and that might be maybe Allen King James. I don't know. I don't have an Allen Bible. If somebody out there has an Allen, let me know if they include that. But I know the Schuyler and the Cambridge KJV or Cambridge Bibles do. So I have both of those. There's overcast stitching in here for extra strength, make it strong. So I'm going to go here to the beginning of Exodus and talk about the intro here to each book, which I guess there's the lack thereof. But something to note is there's not any book introduction in this Premier Collection, and they don't start a new book on the next page. Let me show you another Premier Collection. This is the Sovereign Collection. I just want to give you a little comparison. So in this one, this is the black goatskin by Thomas Nelson. It has a small book introduction, and it starts on a new page. So we can jump ahead to another book and take a look. Yeah, okay, I guess I got bad examples here. But anyway, you get the point that the book here doesn't begin on a new page. And another thing I want to note here is that there isn't any red accents. So like here in this Sovereign Collection, they have red accents. And I'm not You might say, well, that's the Sovereign Collection. Other Premier Collection Bibles, they have red accents. So I'm not sure why they chose not to do it in this one, because they did put Christ's words in red, and I'll show you that here in a minute. We'll go over to the New Testament. But let me go real quick. Let me show you some of the poetry. So here's Psalms, and you can see that really they didn't change anything really. So there's really not a poetic setting. Now that's not, I mean, I'm not picking on this Bible. That's a King James thing. There's only, I only know of a couple King James that do something special in the poetry. And that's just, I guess one of those reasons is because you're already verse by verse. And when you get here, it just stays verse by verse. So let's go over to the New Testament. New Testament, the Gospel according to Matthew. Now, they didn't start that over there, but this is a 10-point print size done by 2K Denmark. Christ's words are in red. And this is line matched on 36 GSM paper. And I tell you what, the print quality in this is really good. It's from cover to cover. The print is very, very consistent. I don't see any fading in it at all throughout. So I'll go back here to the back. Oh, I guess I should talk about so one of the things I shouldn't miss is in-verse references. So at the end of each verse, that's where your references are, and then down at the bottom you have notes. So some of these notes down here, these are going to be like giving you what the modern word would be for some of the archaic words. And then there is the concordance, several pages of that. 8 colored maps on kind of a, well, I shouldn't say kind of, it's on thick paper. Now this paper is kind of glossy. You can see there that there is a little bit of a glare. There you can see the sewn binding, or some of the thread for the sewn binding. All right, something I want to mention. This is in the front too. This is where they glue the liner to the piece of paper. That's not a defect. I've mentioned that in other Premier Collection videos, but it's the same right here in the front. See, they just kind of glue it halfway up. And then, let me show you something else. I want to show you this Bible it's kind of hard to do with the overhead camera. I should have done it with the front camera, but it is very, very floppy, very soft. This red goatskin, it might actually be, I don't know, it'd be close between these two. But, I've said before, if you go with the brown goatskin, it's a little bit more rigid, but this red is very floppy and very supple. All right, let's do some trivia. All right, let's get into that trivia. I think these are going to be pretty easy for you. Question number 1. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, it starts with, "In the beginning." Name the New Testament book, chapter, and verse that starts off the same way. I hope you all chose 3 Barnabas 10:31. The correct answer is John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word. Question number 2. In the Gospel of John, the writer refers many times to the one Jesus loved. Who is it supposed that he is speaking about? Correct answer is John. Next question. The Apostle John wrote the book of Revelation while exiled on what island? And all of God's people said, Patmos. All right, last question. John was told by Jesus to write to the 7 churches. Jesus says one of the churches is lukewarm, and he wishes them to be either cold or hot. Which church is it? It's the church of Laodicea. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that trivia. And if y'all want to pick up the red goatskin personal size King James, the link is in the description for your convenience. I guess I'll say my only complaint with that Bible is that Thomas Nelson didn't put in those short book intros, which I guess is not a big deal, but I kind of like stuff like that. And then my other little small complaint is that they didn't, it's all like black text except for Jesus words in red, but they just didn't give us the red accents like they did in some of the other Premier collections. But hey, I know some of you all have commented, some of you all have commented that you like just the black text only. So I guess Jesus words in red, so that might be a deal breaker for you. But anyway, I'm not sure what Bible I'm going to do next. I was thinking about I got a new one called the NLT Courage Bible. I was thinking about doing that, or perhaps the CSB Illustrated. Maybe y'all can get in the comments there and help me out. So y'all take care. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.